ist schon da. That's right, Bundesliga is back. Can Leverkusen continue their crazy unbeaten run from last season into this season? We're going to get into it, all of it, next. That's right, folks, back once again with another video. Today we're taking a look at match day number 8. That's right, over in the Bundesliga, and we'll get to it in a second. If you're new, where you been? Smash your subscribe button. Your one-stop shop for Bundesliga is right here under one Ruski. Well, we are looking forward to, of course, the opening day in the German campaign. They've had a bit of a stuttered start, German Cup, whatever, but now it's all serious. It's the league and it is back. And we'll get into it in a minute. If you're new, smash your subscribe, your one-stop shop for Bundesliga, Blackburn Rovers, world football is right here under one Ruski. So, of course, Bayern München, under new managerialship, Vinny Kompany coming in there, barking his orders, keeping Harry Kane, and of course got a couple of new little exciting players to maybe give themselves another crack at the big time. But Leverkusen are the team to stop, and of course they've got a tricky match on the opening day. We'll get into all of that in a minute. Get involved, smash the like, big shout out to the patrons. But before all this, now, before we jump into the video, something brand new to the channel. And what is it? It's the join button. That's right. We've gone there. Memberships. That's right. We've opened up the floodgates to members, so you can now join and support the channel in another way. We have our first member, so a big shout out to him. But you can also join that member and becoming an extra special member of the community. Just click on the join button, follow the on-screen instructions, and become part of the gang. All right then, folks, let's take a little look at this upcoming brand new squeaky clean Bundesliga campaign. Of course, and for remind ourselves of the 18 clubs. That's right. That, of course, will be here this season. We've got Heidenheim back. We've got Mainz. We have Augsburg. We have Bayer Leverkusen. Bayern München here, Bochum return, Dortmund, Borussia Mönchengladbach, my boys. Eintracht Frankfurt here, Hoffenheim, Holstein, Kiel. We have RB Leipzig, Freiburg, St. Pauli are here in their ultras, Union Berlin are here, Stuttgart, Wolfsburg, and Werder Bremen. That's right. So we are back in the big time in the top flight of German football. And of course, don't forget, we are back with a Super Brew, which is 100% free, which is a prediction league. If you don't know what it is, get involved, get invested, and use the link. I do apologize for the shitty link that we've got here, but that's the best I can do at this instance. It's on the screen now. Ignore the QR code because that's a bag of shit. Just use that link there. It will be in the description. And yeah, get in amongst it and become a part of the Prediction League party. So that's that. What about, of course, the matches? Well, there's some stingers to look forward to on the opening day, and we are starting with the best team in Germany, and I'm not talking about Leverkusen, I'm talking about Borussia Mönchengladbach, my boys. That's right, they're going to kick off the campaign against the champions Leverkusen at Borussia Park. That's right, Gladbach under Gerardo Sione, with Leverkusen and Xabi Alonso. They have played 61 times since 1992, 11 wins for Gladbach, 30 wins for Leverkusen. There's been 20 draws between the two sides. Now, these two sides are familiar foes, like I said. The recent run of the green, though, has not favoured the hosts, of course, with the hosts yet haven't won this game since August 2021. And the fact, Mönchengladbach haven't won this game themselves at their own venue since August 2018. So it's quite an away-heavy sort of result. Leverkusen are actually unbeaten against Gladbach since November 2019. So, you know, it's not looking good for my boys on the opening day. The bookies, they do go with the champions 5-3 on for the victory, 4-1 is your Gladbach, 10-3 is the draw. It is opening day, it is opening match. Usually there's some curveballs going on, but unfortunately I don't see it. I'm going to go with a 2-1 win for Leverkusen on the road, and my boys are starting the season not great with a loss. Let's go over to Leipzig. That's RB Leipzig, the Red Bull Arena, of course, over in Leipzig. Of course, the hosts managed by Marco Rose against Bochum and Peter Ziedler. Played 11 times since 2014, 9 wins for Leipzig, 1 win for Bochum, 1 draw between the two sides. Leipzig coming into this, of course, on the back of a 0-0 draw between these two sides last time around in October at the Real Arena. Leipzig, though, just the 1 loss against them over the last 6. That was back in Bochum, back in March 2023. The bookies, though, they do fancy Real RB Leipzig on this one. We got 10-3 on is your Leipzig, 5-1 is the draw, 13-2 is your Bochum. Going to be a big old stretch for Bochum to get a result here. Leipzig Going to get off to a best start, good start, 2-0 win for them, moving the chains as well. Let's go to Hoffenheim, that's right, taking on Holstein Kiel, coming at you over and the Rhein-Neckar Arena. Hoffenheim managed by Pellegrino Matarazzo up against Holstein Kiel and Marcel Rapp. They've only played one time, these two sides, to 2021, and it was in the DFB Pokal back in October 2021, and it was a win, convincing as well, for Hoffenheim, 5-1 win heading into this one. Of course, both sides did play in the DFB Pokal themselves. Kiel picking up a 3-2 away win against Aachen. Hoffenheim had to go to penalties to take care of Wolfsburg. 5-3 in the end on the pens. The bookies, though, go in favour of, what do we got here? Hoffenheim, 6-4 on for the victory for them. 60-5 is the draw. 50-4 is your Holstein Kiel on this one. I'm going to go with a Hoffenheim victory. 2-1 win. Start off with a bang. Holstein Kiel starting off with a bit of a whimper, but on the road. Let's go over to Freiburg up against a tricky Stuttgart. Stuttgart have seen a bit of a rotation of key personnel this past summer, but they're going to go to the Europa Park Stadion where they'll take on Freiburg, managed by Julian Schuster, up against Sebastian Hoeneß's Stuttgart, of course, who have Champions League football on their docket, remember. Bundesliga between these two sides played 51 times since 1993. 18 wins for Freiburg, 27 wins for Stuttgart, 6 draws between the two sides. Freiburg, of course, did lose last time around at this very venue. 3-1 win it was for Stuttgart, who've just lost once. They haven't lost in the last couple. It's been back. They did the double over Freiburg last season, scores an 8 and conceded just the 1 over the course of those 2 matches. Stuttgart did last play in the Super Cup, or whatever it is, against Leverkusen, where, of course, the cup winners play in the Champions. They lost 4-3 on pens. Leverkusen coming out on top. Freiburg were in the cup. They put 4 bars to Osnabrück to start their season with a bit of a flurry of goals. So the bookies will go on this one. 23-10 is your Freiburg, 23-20. Stuttgart half favoured on the road. 5-2 is the draw. Don't know. I really don't. I can't call it. Are Stuttgart going to be as good as they were this season? I don't really know. Augsburg, though, they're next, and they're going to be taking on Werder Bremen. This match coming at you over at the WWK Arena. Augsburg with Jess Torup as manager. Is he? Is he still there? Jess Torup, the manager for Augsburg. Olli Werner, the manager for Werder Bremen. That's right. Werner in the name. But it's Werder Bremen, not Werner Bremen. That's easily mistaken. The WWK Arena, 25 times they played since 2010. 12 wins for Augsburg, 11 wins for Werder Bremen, and 2 draws between the two sides. And the most recent match at this very venue was a 3-0 win for Bremen back in April 2024. They did the double over Augsburg last season, and they didn't concede a goal against them. They just lost once of the last 4 against them. So they got a good recent run of games against them. It did open up their campaign with a 3-1 win. Bremen over Cottbus in the Deutsche Cup round 1. Augsburg also picked up a 4-1 win over Victoria Berlin to go through to the second round of the Cup. The odds on this one, though, we have 6-5 is your Augsburg, 21-10 is your Werder Bremen, 13-5 is your away win. Again, going to back the Werder Bremen here, maybe get off to a good start, maybe challenge as well for the top half of this season. So winning these games is going to be vital. Let's go head over to Mainz, that's right, as they take on Union Berlin. That match kicking off on Saturday, August the 24th, as were the rest. The Miwara Arena, Bo Henriksen, the manager for Mainz, up against Bo Svensson, manager of Union Berlin. The Danish dugouts extraordinaire, the Bows, big brother Bows in the dugout. 16 times these two have played since 2001. 5 wins for Mainz, 7 wins for Union Berlin. 4 draws between the two sides. Last time around in Mainz, it was a 1-1 draw back in February 2024. Mainz are, actually Union Berlin are unbeaten against Mainz over the last 6. You got to go back to 2021 for Mainz's last victory over Union Berlin. It was at this very venue. Mainz picking up a 3-1 over Wiesbaden over in the Deutsche Cup. Union Berlin squeaked past Großwalder, also in the Cup, on the opening, in the previous match just last week. The odds on this one then, we got Mainz, even Stevens, 1-1, even Stevens on the odds there. 29-10 is Union Berlin, 12-5 is the draw. Again, I've gone with a 1-1. I've gone with a 2-1 win here. 2-1 win for Mainz. Yes, I am. Believe in it. Believe in the project. I don't know why, but I'm backing the hosts. Let's go Dortmund then. Dortmund up against Eintracht Frankfurt. Coming out to the Signal Iduna Park. Dortmund now managed by Nuri Sarin. Not too sure how that's going to work out. Up against Frankfurt and Dino Topmuller. They played 56 times since 1992. We've got 31 wins for Dortmund, 11 wins for Frankfurt, and 14 draws between the two sides. Dortmund are unbeaten against Frankfurt over the last 6, picking up 5 wins and just 1 draw in the most recent match between these two sides. Back in March 2024, it was a 3-1 win for Dortmund. Dortmund, of course, did play Phoenix Lübeck in the cup in the first round, put 4 past them, 4-1 win. Frankfurt the same, put 4 past Braunschweig, of course, in the DFB Pokal last week. And again, the late kickoff on Saturday, 10-7 on is your Dortmund, 31-10 is your draw, 7-2 is the away win. I'm going to back Dortmund, regardless of who's coach, especially at the home venue. I'm going to go with a 3-1 win for Dortmund on this one. That is right. Let's kick on forward to Wolfsburg up against Vinny Kompany's Bayern München, that's right. Coming at you. Played each other 61 times since 1997. 5 wins for Wolfsburg, 49 wins for Bayern. 7 draws between the two sides. This is at the Volkswagen Arena. Ralf Hasenhüttl remains in the dugout for Wolfsburg up against Vinny Kompany's Bayern. Last time around, though, over at this very venue, it was a 2-1 win for Bayern back in December 2023. They are unbeaten over Wolfsburg over the last 6, picking up 5 wins and just 1 draw between the two sides. Wolfsburg's last victory against them, I don't even know. In the league, it was back in January 2015. It was a 4-1 win way back when. But coming into this, Wolfsburg were in action in the cup. They took on Koblenz, 1-0 win for them. Bayern also forced to play in the cup, 4-0 win against Ulm. And both sides coming into it on the back of clean sheets. The bookies 11-2 Wolfsburg, 25-12 on is your Bayern, and 50-4 is the draw right here, right now. I am going to go with a win for Bayern, 3-0 win. Kane scoring goals as he does under Vinny Kompany and his mouth. St. Pauli are back in the big time. They're going to be taking on Heidenheim in their opening game coming at you on Sunday, August the 25th. St. Pauli managed by Alexander Blessin, taking over the reins from previous coach there up against Heidenheim and Frank Schmidt. Taking place at the Milanato Stadion over in St. Pauli. Played 18 times in 2014, 8 wins for St. Pauli, 7 wins for Heidenheim, 3 draws between the two sides. They last played at this very venue. It was a 0-0 draw back in October 2022. St. Pauli are unbeaten against them over the last 6, picking up 5 wins and that very 1 draw. They did actually play a couple seasons back in the Zweite Tier. And of course, it's the return to the top flight for St. Pauli in a fair few years. St. Pauli left it late against Halle. A 3-2 win for them in the German Cup. Heidenheim, no problems against Villingen, putting 4 past them last weekend. Of course, 11-10 is your St. Pauli, 9-4 is your Heidenheim, 5-2 is, of course, the draw. We are going to go with a 1-0 win for St. Pauli amongst their ultras. Big win for them. Big win back in the game. And of course, that will do just about that. That's it, guys. That's all I've got for match number 1. My picks are there in all their glory. Make sure you check it out. Get yours in as well using the Super Brewski. Until then, though, subscribe, smash the like, catch you later. But until then, guys and girls, we are donezo.